Hey, how's it going, everyone? All right, welcome to how to get a clogged Jelly Roll pen flowing. I have had no luck with these pens ever. I bought 6 or 7 of these at Comic-Con. The Jelly Roll medium. It's a '08 white ink pen, and I've never been able to use them. I buy them brand new. They work for a couple of minutes at the most, and then they're clogged and they sit for years, and ultimately I end up throwing them out or they never work, and I hang on to them. So as I'm preparing for Comic Con yesterday, I saw these in a box, and again they're brand new, and I was like, all right, let's see. Every single one of them, I had 3 of them. They were all completely clogged that I found. And so this is what I tried, and it worked. I took rubbing alcohol. This is 91% isopropyl alcohol. And just a paper towel. And what's crazy is, so these 2 were super duper clogged. They flow great today already, just based on what I did. So this one's still clogged. I'll show you really fast, okay? And this is 2 different textures of paper. So this is a Strathmore, just a standard pad of the, let me open this so you can see. Just like this kind of paper. So it's a little rough. It's got a little bit of a tooth to it. And then this is smooth comical paper, so like the smooth Bristol. So slightly different textures. But anyway, so I tried this pen this morning. It was kind of working, but kind of not. It was still clogged. Okay, look, do you see? Can't draw lines. It's got the little line in between it. But you couldn't do this for a pretty effect like this stuff. It's just not going to work. I was just testing pens yesterday. That was my whole thing. Is as I'm preparing for Comic-Con, I check different tools to make sure they're flowing and worth taking. So yeah, so I'm going to take the tip of this pen. I'm going to get that alcohol. And you can do this with those individually wrapped like rubbing alcohol pads that they use for like shots or whatever. So anyway, this is just a paper towel. I'm going to cap the alcohol so it doesn't spill. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of wipe it down. And I just kind of like I try to get the tip as kind of damp as possible. These are pretty duro. I mean, it's almost like a ballpoint pen sort of tip. I just clean it really, really good, and kind of, if I can, try to like let a little bit of the alcohol just kind of seep into the pen itself. Okay, so then let's try this. I'm going to try it on the smooth paper first. Let's see if it works. Yeah, see? It's flowing. Alright, so watch this. We'll do some... It's still a little cloggy. And also, you want your touch to be fairly gentle. That was one thing that I noticed too, is the pens respond to that more. Okay, so this thing is still a tiny bit clogged, which is good. You want the most, like, a good example is kind of the, oh, here it goes. It's actually got a little bit of white, like it's really wanting to flow now. Like there's pressure inside the pen, so it was actually pushing white ink. If you look right here, do you see that like kind of the whiter little blob right there? It's actually got a little bit of pressure inside the pen pushing the white ink out, which again is a good thing. It means it's starting to flow. This is still a tiny bit problematic. It's not too bad, but again, I would rather have a pen that doesn't work so good, because odds are, you find one of these things on YouTube or wherever it is, and it doesn't work for you. You know what I mean? So we'll see if we can get what I consider a problematic pen to actually do it. Like I said, I'm kind of glad that it's doing this. And again, very gentle when you're laying these down. Don't push hard. You can kind of... Let me try it on this book real quick. I noticed yesterday with the pens that were flowing that different paper and different types of ink definitely took the white in different ways. This pen's like, it's fighting it. There we go. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I mean, you see people with examples of these pens online. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually squeezing the pen a tiny bit as I'm doing it. Not hard, but just a little bit. And it is pushing the ink out a bit more. You see how I'm getting a bit of a thicker line there? Do you see those? That's just by applying just the tiniest bit of pressure right here. So I'm pushing with my pointer finger. And okay, so that's interesting. Write my name. I'm telling you, I never have had these pens work like this before. It's just incredible to me because it's such a cool tool. It's super duper convenient, and it looks really, really cool. And you want to let that dry before you run a second set of lines through it. So if you're going to do some sort of a hatch line, you want to give that white ink a second to dry. Okay, so this pen's working now. Pretty amazing. And these sat for years, at least 4 or 5 years. So these are old pens, which would, you know, obviously up the odds of the ink inside being even more just destroyed. So if it'll work with that, it will definitely work with a newer pen. So here, I'm just going to wipe this off a little bit. I want to see if I can get the pen to flow without me putting pressure on it, though, because that, I think, is the real testament to it flowing. So again, this is the comic book Bristol. I'm going to try to wrap this video up in a second. I don't want it to go too long for you guys. Okay, so again, I'm applying a little bit of pressure on this pen. It's still cutting out here and there. And, you know, maybe the age of this pen is ultimately affecting, but it is working. Which is very exciting to me because, I mean, I had no luck with these pens. It was so disappointing. Yeah, okay, so again, trying to cross through this stuff while it's still damp doesn't really work. I'm going to clean the tip a little bit. Again, I'm just using the paper towel and the thing. And you can do kind of this. Like set it down and then sort of rub the pen. But I'm going to show you how good the other two pens flow in a second, because that was what was crazy to me. Is when I checked them this morning, I assumed that all three would be completely clogged, and the ink in the other two actually has got a really good texture right now. And this one, I have a hunch, if I let it set for a while, will probably do what those other pens are doing. But here, let me show you this really quick with the other ones. I'm going to cap it because you want to do that. And you could you know, store it upside down or right side up. I would maybe go like tip down. So that's the drawing tip, is try to set in something where it's actually like the gravity is able to push it down. Okay, so here's the other ones, and these are from yesterday. Look at that. Thing just flows perfect. It actually flows like a dream. You see those lines? And they're really smooth. There's no little dark gap in the middle, because a lot of times what happens with these pens is you draw a line and your line will be white, but there'll be a little pinstripe right through the middle. I don't know if you can see it on these, but if you look, it goes white, black, white, and it's real fine. But look at this. This is just so nice. Oh yeah. Smooth as butter. It really is, though, actually. Okay, well, I hope that helps. I'm going to show you my other one really quick, just to show you that of the three that I did, all three did end up coming back to life. 2 work exceptionally well, and the other one is still kind of getting its its bearings on if it wants to work really good or if it'll just be kind of average. Here, this is the other one. So, and this is the one that again, see, this is just flowing so great, which leads me to believe the other one will too, unless somehow the ink inside just maybe got too dried out from sitting so long. But man, that's just crazy, and it's just exactly what I wanted from these pens, because there's other ways. Oh, man, that was so nice. I'm going to cause some trouble with these, I assure you. Look at that. Okay, all right, have a great day. Please smash the like, and look through my channel. I have probably 430 videos up now. All kinds of really, really good things for artists. Okay, thank you. Bye.